How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massa Beer Reviews, back with some Fox Farm up in this piece in the form of their Burst. This comes courtesy of my boy, Max with two X's. I thought I had this before, but I hadn't. I think I had the double Burst. I think that's what I actually had before. So we'll see what's what. Let's put it this way. If this beer is not good, I will be surprised. Yeah, this is a 7% alcohol by volume unfiltered India Pale Ale from Fox Farm. Love their labeling. This be canned on 2 weeks ago. And yeah, let's dive into this sucker. Hazy. It's not super soupy, super gravy-like. It's got this kind of rich, subtle haze to it, but not super turbid, super thick. Eighth of a pinky finger. Tight, compact, white head sands, a couple stragglers. Yeah, I mean, it looks drinkable. 7%. It looks more like a 5.5%, 6% beer. Let's dive in. Cheers. I gotta get a nose first. What am I doing? I love this beer already. Yeah, it smells like unkept weed grass lawn. That's what it smells like. Unkept, shitty lawn with weeds and grass and weeds and grass. And orange. And tropical fruit. I mean, I've said those words before about other beers, but this one's just upper echelon level of that stuff. It's very impactful, sharp, but not overpowering. 7% smells like 7%, but it's just the it's quality, you know? It's like you get those kind of notes from a lot of beers, but they're rarely this level of that kind of impact. High-end, like high-end weed, super high-end fucking super nugs. It's like super high-end super nug beer. That's kind of how it's coming off. We're just drinking it. Cheers. That's delicious. Not nearly as mind-blowing as I thought it would be based off of the nose, but quite nice. That kind of thing where I said I looked at it, said it looks smaller, looked a little bit thinner, not thinner, but not as thick and turbid. That kind of comes through in the taste. So it's not watery, but it's not nearly as full and as rich as you'd expect with a lot of these kind of Fox Farm kind of hazies. That unkept weedy lawn thing comes through to a T, the way it comes off in the nose. Green grassiness, weed pulling, weed smoking, a little bit of tomato stocky, all that kind of green vegetal kind of thing coming across in a very fun, sharp way. I said citrus on the nose. That's definitely there, along with that tropical fruit. Got it more melon, maybe more like kind of mango kind of thing going on. But that is just a notch below what you'd expect based off the nose. It's still there. It's still impactful, but it's not in line with that greeniness. And the mouthfeel is really the biggest kind of knock on this beer, because it just comes off more like a 5 to 6% beer as opposed to a 7. And you know, having so many of these Fox Farm beers and just, you know, living and loving all of the impact, whether it be, you know, the flavor profiles to the mouthfeels and all that stuff, it's probably the biggest miss on this beer. I mean, it's not watery, but it's just when you're so used to that epically water nerdy, sultry mouthfeel, when you have something like this, you kind of think it's watery based off of past experience. But when you hold it up against other people's beers, it's not nearly as negative. It's just kind of like, you know, when they're pitching fucking no hitters all the time and they accidentally get one hit, you're like, oh, that was a shitty game. You know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. It's like when people say, oh, I only have $1 million instead of $2 million. Be like, you still have $1 million. That doesn't suck. But yeah. Okay. We'll talk about it. The ABV thing. I always can't not shut up about. Fucking broken record. And that, I just want it to be 5.5. That's the way it feels. It feels like 5.5. It feels like epically made 5.5, not epically made 7. That's it. I'm done. That's my little quick soapbox. So let's talk about it. It's one of the better IPAs I've had as of late. Still is. It still is. Is it Mount Rushmore status? It still wants to be. But even on Fox Farm, if I just narrow this down, this is one of the better hazies I've had from Fox Farm as of late. it wouldn't be Mount Rushmore in there, so I can't put it in that wider kind of control group of all hazies. Value availability, no idea on this. Those in the Fox Farm world, let me know, and leave you with if you like what we like this beer. If you like hazies, well done hazies, drinkable hazies, chuggable hazies, and maybe some hazies. And you're not afraid of a little bit of bittering. There you go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out through the social media stuff. Beer Massif if you want to check me out through the whole podcasting thing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you enjoyed a nice little hazy right now. We'll see you next time. Cheers.